Year 6 and welcome to your French taster lesson. My name is Mrs. McMullan and I am one of the French teachers at the Archer Academy. I've been at the Archer Academy for 6 years now and it's a fantastic school. I'm really excited about teaching Year 7 languages in September and I hope that you're excited about coming to the Archer Academy and also about starting your language learning journey with us. At the Archer Academy we do two languages, Spanish and French. Half of each year group do Spanish and half of each year group do French. If you're interested in giving a Spanish taster lesson a go, then one of our fantastic Spanish teachers, Ms. Chocaro, has uploaded a Spanish taster lesson for you to try as well. Now, some of you will have studied French already in primary school. Some of you will have studied Spanish in primary school. Others may have studied a completely different language, Mandarin for example. And there may be some students who haven't studied a language at all. And all of this is okay. It really doesn't matter if you have never studied the language that you'll be studying in Year 7, because we will support you to make sure that you make excellent progress and that you enjoy your language learning. So please don't worry if you end up doing a different language or if you're studying a language for the first time. We're expecting that and it's absolutely fine. We're all here to help you to make excellent progress in your language. So I wanted to start off by talking about why we at the Archer Academy feel that learning a language is so important. Firstly, it opens doors for your future. You can travel all around the world using your foreign language. You might even like to live or work or go on a placement when you're at university to speak that language abroad. But there are plenty of other reasons as well. So many students say, but everyone speaks English. Why should I need to learn another language? Well, you may have already noticed the statistic on the screen that in fact 94% of the planet don't speak English as their mother tongue. That's their first language. So by learning another language, you're able to communicate with so many more people around the world. On top of that, languages are really important in a whole host of careers, not just teaching, but also in journalism, in law, in business. In fact, 72%, nearly 3/4 of UK firms say that they're looking for another language when they're recruiting employees. So learning a language opens so many doors for you, and it doesn't matter what that language is. Learning any language is going to help you to stand out on your CV. So we're going to start off with a little introduction from me, and I want to show you that even if you've never spoken French before, you're going to be able to pick up or guess at least something that I say in this next activity. So please can you have a piece of paper in front of you and a pen or a pencil, and you're going to brainstorm some notes as I talk to you in French. So I'm going to introduce myself, have a look at the images on the screen and see if you can work out anything at all that I say to you in French. Here we go. Alors, salut, je m'appelle Mrs. McMullan. Moi, je viens d'Inverness, dans le nord de l'Écosse. J'habitais à Glasgow. Moi, je parle italien et je parle français. Et j'adore la musique. C'est fantastique. Okay, I'm going to say that again for you. See if you can brainstorm anything at all that you think I said. And if you're not sure, have a guess. A clue for you is to listen out for words that sound very similar in English and French, and we call those kind of words cognates, and they really help us when learning a language. So here we go again. Salut, je m'appelle Mrs. McMullan. Moi, je viens de Inverness dans le nord de l'Écosse et j'habitais à Glasgow. Moi, je parle italien et je parle français et j'adore la musique. C'est fantastique. Okay, so what did I tell you? Give yourself a tick if you managed to guess or work out anything that I said. So I said that my name is Mrs. McMullan. I come from Inverness in the north of Scotland, which is where we have the Loch Ness Monster there. That's where the Loch Ness Monster's from too, if any of you have heard of him. So I said that I come from Scotland and that I used to live in Glasgow. That's the picture in the top right, the city of Glasgow. I said that I speak Italian and I speak French, and I said that I love music because it's fantastic. Okay, so a huge well done if you managed to work out or guess anything at all that I said there, because I spoke to you completely in French. And if you did manage to pick that up, that just shows you how easy it can be to pick up another language. So Year 6, what are we going to cover in today's lesson? Today's taster lesson is Tu as un animal. There's another cognate for you, animal. It's the same word in French and English, animal. So our objective today is to talk about pets. So you're going to learn all the different names of pets in French. We're going to play some games which are going to involve you shouting out in French. If you don't feel confident, you can whisper. And then we're going to do some speaking practice as well. So let's begin. In this activity, I'm going to call out the name of an animal in French, and I would like you to repeat it back to me. So I'll say the vocabulary in French, and there'll be a little pause for you to repeat it back, either shouting it out as loud as you can or whispering it. As long as you are saying it, I don't mind. But what I really like you to do is try to copy the French pronunciation in the best way you can. Even if you feel a bit silly, it's just a bit of fun, and it's all about building your confidence. So let's begin. Écoutez et répétez. Listen and repeat. Un chat. Un chien. Un cochon d'Inde. Un lapin. Un poisson. Un serpent. Un oiseau. Un hamster. Une souris. Une tortue. Une araignée. Un cheval. Excellent. I hope you're really giving that a go. So in this next activity, I'm going to repeat or call out two different animals in French. One will be the correct phrase for the picture, and the other will be the wrong one. And I'd like you just to repeat back the correct one. If you think you would like some more practice, you can simply go back in the recording and do some more listen and repeat. That's absolutely fine. And in class, when we have a longer lesson, we would usually go through it a few times. So do feel free to go back and have some further practice if you like before we begin. So let me give you an example. Une araignée ou un chat? A spider or a cat? And hopefully you would have called out un chat. Okay? Un lapin ou un chien? C'est un chien. Un hamster ou un cochon d'Inde? C'est un cochon d'Inde. C'est pas un hamster. A guinea pig, not a hamster. Un lapin ou un chien? C'est un lapin. Une araignée ou un poisson? C'est un poisson. Un chat ou un serpent? Un serpent. And again, you could have used a link there with a serpent in English. Un oiseau ou un chien? Ça, c'est un oiseau. Un hamster ou un serpent? C'est un hamster. Okay. If you haven't been shouting these out nice and loud, try to build your confidence and say them a bit louder now. Une souris ou un lapin? C'est une souris. Un chien ou une tortue? C'est une tortue. Une araignée ou un lapin? Ça, c'est une araignée. Pour moi, c'est horrible. Can you work out what I said? Pour moi, c'est horrible. Another cognate, horrible. Okay, I'm not a big fan of spiders. I wonder if any of you are. Un cheval ou un lapin? Ça, c'est un cheval. Now what I'd like you to do is have a look at the vocabulary on the screen and to choose 3 of your favourite animals and to make a note of the vocabulary in French. You can either write it in French and English, or you can write it in French with a little picture like those on the screen. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes just to write down 3 of your favourite animals in French. Okay, so now a couple more games just to make sure that you really got it with those animals. In the classroom, we might play these games as interactive competitions against each other. Boys versus girls, left half of the room versus right half of the room, and we have a lot of fun with different games, volunteers coming up to the front to challenge each other and that kind of thing. So this game is vrai ou faux. Vrai ou faux. Can you work out what that means? Vrai ou faux. It's true or false. So you're going to see an image and the phrase on the screen, and you need to work out whether they match. Is it vrai, true, they match, or faux, false, they don't match? And I'd like you to either shout out vrai ou faux, or do thumbs up, thumbs down, or do both. Alors, on va commencer. We're going to begin. Un cheval, vrai ou faux? Oui, c'est vrai. C'est vrai, c'est un cheval. It's true, okay? The picture and the phrase match. C'est un cheval, it's a horse. Une souris, vrai ou faux? Vrai ou faux? Ça, c'est faux. C'est faux. Can you shout out the correct French phrase for that image on the screen? C'est un poisson. Alors, vrai ou faux? Un lapin, vrai ou faux? Ça, c'est faux. C'est faux. C'est un chien. Un oiseau, vrai ou faux? Oui, c'est vrai, c'est un oiseau. C'est vrai, it is a bird. Okay, in this game, on va dessiner. You are going to draw. The phrase is going to come on the board and you will have 5 seconds to draw a small image of that pet in French. Alors, un chat, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you draw a cat? I hope so. Une tortue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Et voilà. A tortoise. Un lapin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A rabbit. Now don't worry, this isn't an art lesson, so as long as you know what you're drawing, it doesn't matter. It's a French lesson. Un poisson. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Et voilà. Hopefully you drew a little fish. Okay, so have a look at all those animals on the board. And there's actually a new one there now, un lézard. Can you work out what that is? Un lézard. It's a lizard. Okay, another cognate. So hopefully you're starting to see there are lots and lots of words in French and English that look very similar that will help you. So I'm going to ask you the question, as-tu un animal? Do you have a pet? And I'd like you to give an answer using the sentence starter on the board, j'ai. J'ai. Écoutez et répétez, j'ai. J'ai. It means I have. Now, this doesn't have to be true. You can either tell the truth about your dog or your cat or your hamster, or you can be really imaginative and you can tell me that you have all of those pets on the board. The key thing is I want you to practice speaking in French. So I will ask you the question, as-tu un animal? And I want you to give an answer using j'ai and then the animals on the board. Alors, as-tu un animal? As-tu un animal? Fantastic. I'm hoping that you all said something. And if you didn't, because you weren't feeling completely confident, then why not give the lesson another go when you have some more time to practice again. See if you feel a bit more confident the second time round. Okay, just before we finish up, what I'd like to tell you about is a fantastic website called Memrise. Memrise is a website that we use all the time in our language lessons. We use it for homework and we use it for challenging our students, lots of competition against each other. You can create your own Memrise account if you have an email address. And if you don't have an email address, perhaps a parent, an aunt, an uncle or a sibling might let you borrow one of theirs. If you go on to memrise.com and you click on sign up, you register using an email address and then you can choose whichever language you would like to learn. So you could choose Spanish or French to be due at the Archer Academy. You could choose something else as well. And there's lots of different games that you can play on there to begin learning a language. Okay, this isn't homework, this is just for a bit of fun, but if you want to try continuing to learn a bit of French or a bit of Spanish or even a new language before starting with us in September, then Memrise is a brilliant way to do it. And I would really suggest that you start playing around on that website because you will be using it a lot in Year 7. And if you're already a pro, then maybe you'll be one of the winners who'll be winning our leaderboard, which are shared every single week. Now, I hope you had fun learning different animals in French. Why not now go and teach some of those animals that you've learnt to your family members? So look at that little note that you've got where you wrote down your 3 favourite animals in French, and why not go and teach them to your mum, your dad, your grandparents, your siblings, or even teach them to your own pet. Just practicing to speak the language is a really, really fantastic way to build your confidence. And I hope you had fun. Why not give the Spanish taster lesson a go as well to see what learning a bit of Spanish would be like. And I look forward to seeing you and meeting you all in September. Have a fantastic summer, Year 6, and enjoy the sunshine.